the
Right.
lady. I know Rachel can't hop on, but and it will be a good recording to have. So tonight we're going to talk about just inviting and how we invite through, first of all, our social media, and then also how we take our invitations from social media to a private message. So I'm going to go ahead and share my slides with everybody. What I'm going to show you tonight is just some general ideas to keep in mind for your social media. Can you see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just some good ideas to just good reminders and a little refresh on social media. And then I'm really going to just show you guys, I pulled up what I did was pulled up some sample invitations. Hi, Krista. I think that's her in the car. I pulled up some old conversations I had of how an invite turned into a challenger for me. I have two different examples for you guys, so you could really just physically see like what it looks like in my inbox, because what I say to these people are pretty much what I tell everybody. So hopefully that will be really helpful for you guys. All right, so starting with our social media, very, very important. So just number one, I hear it over and over and over, and it's just becoming like bigger and bigger idea, is you have to be you. Okay, you have to unapologetically be you. Everyone else already taken. There are like 40,000 top MAC or even more Beachbody coaches and Beachbody work. And we're all trying to sell the same thing. We're all trying to, share what we do. So the most important thing for you is just to be you, to make yourself and your story stand out. And for you to have your story relate to somebody else, that is you. So you have to really think about this. And we talked about this in coach training, like those 5 things that make you you. It might be your faith. It might be family, fitness, fashion, travel, whatever it is that makes you different. That's what you need to share. And not even makes you different, but makes you who you are and the things that you love to do. It's your life and, the things that are important. And after you master those 5, you know what the 5 are, that's when you post. And you have to kind of give yourself a gut check. Are you posting 3 to 5 times a day right now? And are they about these 5 different things? Okay, so you can pull from your fitness. You can do a motivational workout picture. You can pull from loving fashion. You can throw up a side-by-side picture and say, A or B, which should I wear today? Like you can, do fun things like that, or ask for fashion advice and tips if you like fashion. Talk about your family, guys, your people, their personal life. Just be you and share what you're doing. Only 20% really of your posts should be Beachbody related. It's surprising. So the rest should just be about who you are, what you like to do, your interests, your passions, and those things that make you you. If you just post like, oh, I did my workout today. Oh, here's my Shakeology again today. That's not gonna bring people to you. Okay, that's generic. That's what all the other coaches out there do. But you need to be you. You could sneak those things in, of course. You could still. You're shopping and you have your Shakeology in your hand. You don't even have to say a word about it, but people are going to see that you have it. Okay, so you can do those little sneak-ins too. Just want to focus on adding those value. You need to give, honestly. You need to give recipes, you need to give advice, and expect nothing in return on your Facebook page. So, when you give, and give, eventually you're going to start receiving. And if you post something and ask for an opinion, make sure you engage them. Make sure you comment back on people who like your posts. That's really important. So you need to give to receive back, and you need to give them good conversation and get engaged in your post. So just also knowing your audience is really important. So who are you looking at? And most likely your market, your niche is you. Okay? You want to be talking to you. So are you a mom? Okay. Maybe you're a mom. You're between 25 and 35 years old. You're into, this is just an example of this lady. She's into fashion and beauty. She's looking to grow in her relationship with God. So she's religious. She's going to share some of that. She was a big dreamer. And she wants to make an impact. And you see, if you follow the arrows, you see all these things in her post. You see she's a mom. You see that maybe she's wearing cute outfits. She's into fashion and stuff. And you need to aim your content towards that. So answer these questions. They're really good questions, and how you can connect with. What do they want more of? So you think about you. What would you want to see on Facebook? Would you want quick, easy crock pot meals? Would you want tips to pack your kids healthy lunches? You know, think about you. What would you want to see? Or what do you go on Facebook or social media looking for? What objections might they have? Moms are going to be busy. Moms are going to be crunched for money. That's normal. You have to be ready to tackle that objection. What are they passionate about? So moms are going to be passionate about their children. You know, if you're into fashion and beauty, maybe they are too. You want to relate to that. What are fears? What are struggles? Moms struggle to find time for themselves. Moms fear, facing, a new challenge. So think about things that you were worried about going into your Beachbody experience, that you wouldn't have the time, that you didn't have the money. Maybe you were worried just to start something new. Always relate back to you. Okay. And what do you enjoy learning? What do you want to learn about? Do you want to learn clean eating tips? Do you want to teach them some fitness tools? What do you really want to learn? So you take who you are and who you're looking at and make that into your content on social media. And just be bold. Okay. It's not easy to go on Facebook and share a picture like this of your before and after, or to share a transformation photo, or to just open up and talk about your journey. But it's so worth it, because that is what people are going to relate to when they see the photo of you. And when you push through and you push past those fears and you told your story and you told what you were doing, that's what brings people to you. And you don't have to be at your end goal. You don't. You can share that you're still on your journey and you want people to come and join you. Okay? There isn't really, honestly, I don't think our journeys ever end. There's really no finish line. Okay? So you want everybody that you're inviting to know that. Okay? There is no finish line here. So it's easy to share your journey when you're already at the finish line. And it is easy if you are at the finish line, but it's also really awesome and relatable to your network when you're not. Nobody wants somebody who's perfect and who eats kale all day and, all that stuff. Like, they want somebody that they can relate to and work with, and that's inspiring and like you. Because remember, you're attracting people that are like you. And honestly, you're just
get out of the kennel
by posting things like this, and you're working towards, you're showing them that you can be trusted and you've been where they are and you can help them along their journey to reach success. All right. Now, how do you take sharing your story into building interest to your challenge groups? This is what I like to call the jabs. Okay, these are those little hints of what you're doing, those little things of what you have to offer. So you're going to jab, jab, jab before you give a right hook. And a right hook is your call to action. Your right hook is going to be your post about your new challenge group coming up, or it's going to be an invite, a personal message. But before you can put out a call of action, what group, or send a message to invite to a challenge group, you have to have these jabs in social media building up to all those things. So you have to build that interest. So just sharing your journey, okay? Just talking about simple little steps of your journey, maybe doing your workouts, or, where you've come from. You don't have to smell anything. You don't have to say, hey, you should buy the 20-day fix because that's what I'm using to improve my health and enjoy my journey. Just share your workouts. Share those things that you do every day to improve your health. Shout out others when they hit their goals too. So if you're working with a challenger and they have this awesome transformation picture, shout them out and share their story if they're comfortable with it. Or it doesn't even have to be a before and after photo. Guys, it can just be like, oh my gosh, I woke up this morning to an amazing message from my challenger. She dropped 5 pounds in the past 3 weeks. I am so excited for her, and just radiate that joy and excitement, and post pictures yourself going like, like excited, doing a little dance, like make it eye-catching and exciting that you're really, really excited for your challengers. And it also shows that you support them, and it also shows that you help them get results. So shouting out others is huge. It gets people interested in, oh, well, if she helped that girl, maybe she could help me too, right? Just also stay informed and inform. So go out there and learn nutrition tips, like, little hacks for meal prep and drinking water, and the products that are out there that you could buy, like cool water bottles and things like that you could hop on your social media and just share about. So don't, go on Pinterest. Just search like ways to drink all your water in a day, like little things, and then don't copy paste a link from Pinterest. No, type it out, put a picture of yourself in there, type it all out, and go ahead and share that tip. So get the idea from Pinterest or on a blog or online, and then make it your own. That is the key. Also, recipes are huge. People love seeing recipes. They love it. And you can get them engaged. You could say like, hey, if I get 20 likes, I'll share my recipe tonight. Or, hey, this is a really quick and easy on-the-go meal, and, I would love to share. And you can just share it, too. You can totally post up your recipe and just share. That's fine sometimes, but sometimes it's cool to get engagement on your post. If you ask for 20 likes, you'll probably get a lot more than that, because people want to know. People are really interested. So you can just post up a really eye-catching image of your meal. Take some time to make a good picture of it. Maybe add a little graphic, and then just post it and give a little preview, and then say, hey, I'll share the whole recipe for 20 likes. That is awesome. That stuff. Don't do it every night, but that's a really fun thing to do. And it's interesting just to see how people get engaged. They love food recipes. So, and make them recipes that are like fan favorites, like macaroni and cheese, but like a clean version, or like things that pumpkin spice latte clean, like things like that people love, and they want to know how to make it healthy for themselves. Okay, so after you put out these jab, okay, you share some transformation, others, some nutrition tips, some recipes, sharing your journey, meaning sharing your workouts and how you're a product of the product and all that stuff. So you put it out there on social media. Now you put out the jabs, you put out the little hints of what you do. Now you can set up that invitation. And we were working on this in training the other day. So you want to post an image that is scroll stopping. So use some bright colors, use some graphics, some borders. Make sure you bullet point too in your post, like what is the group about, okay? You don't want to just have it all in one paragraph that nobody's going to read. You want it to be like broken up really nicely. And if you go on my page or any of the sponsor coaches on our training page, you can see examples of their all call to a challenge group, inviting everybody to the group. And that is just really a good thing to break it up and to describe and to share your story too. So you're going to share where you were and where you are now and how a challenge group changed that for you. And then have a call to action. Tell them what your group is about. Tell them when it's going to start, and break that all up. Don't be too wordy. These are just some example posts too. If you're, the brand new coach, you don't have to necessarily, they say that you're a coach yet. You could just share that you're starting your journey. Maybe you're sharing your feelings. You're excited. You're anxious. You're nervous. Okay. Over here, guys, I'm going to tell you now that if you have a transformation photo, it's going to bring in so much traction to your post. People are going to be just caught on by the image, and then they're going to start reading your story. And then I guarantee you they're going to message you and want to know what's going on and how you got those awesome results. So if you have a transformation and you're okay with sharing it, definitely do so. These are just some other posts. Like I said, though, you don't have to have a transformation photo. You can just have a selfie with looking happy. And you see how it's broken up here, guys. She's thinking back to herself, about talking about her goals and inviting people to join her on her journey. And you see how they broke them all up into paragraphs. It doesn't look too super wordy. It's short, it's to the point, and that's okay. That's good. That being said, you need to have more than one liner. Like, hey, come join my challenge group. That's probably not going to interest many people. You need to really open up and share your story and where you're coming from. Okay? So now that we've covered social media, do you guys have any questions about your social media or about anything that I've talked about so far? No? All right. So it's just really, really important to be you always, okay? And just share your journey and add some value to the people who come to your page in their life, okay? That is the key. And of course, I'm going to post this recording and I can share these slides with you too if that would be helpful, just to go back and refer to. So now that we've talked about the social media end of inviting, that's what everybody sees. You also have to do that behind the scene work with 3 to 5 invites every single day consistently. And if you do that, you will have challengers. I promise. If you're consistent and you can share, like I'm going to show you in just a minute, you're going to have success. So feast your eyes on this, guys. This is going to be, so first of all, I want you to take note when I'm going through this, that I kind of go through an interview process with my challengers or my potentials. And it starts with the invite, of course. Actually, a lot of times it starts with a connection, which I actually didn't include our whole connect-in because I was just getting way too many screenshots of my screen. So I wanted to eliminate that. But I had talked to this girl, Katie, about a week before I sent this invite. And it was just a simple reconnect message through a happy birthday wish. I just said, hey, Katie, I hope you had a great birthday yesterday. What did you do fun to celebrate? And she told me that she just went out to dinner with her family and da-da-da-da. And that was the end of our conversation. Not Beachbody, nothing got brought up. But what I do after I make that kind of connection, I invite those people, no matter how our conversation went, if Beachbody got brought up or not, or if they didn't even answer me when I wished them a happy birthday, I send them a message 1 week later. Okay. And this was back in June. So June 23rd was when I sent her this message. I just said, hey, Katie, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to reach out to you about a new group I have approaching in July called the Confidence Project, da-da-da-da. So I introduced the group. I said the plan is not only to work on our fitness and nutrition, but also to add value, that feel-good aspect and that boost from the inside out. You'd be a great addition to the group of ladies. I know it maybe wasn't a great time for you in the past, so actually I had talked to her even before I had wished her a happy birthday, and she wasn't really interested in the past. So this is actually a follow-up. And I just, I know it wasn't a great time for you in the past. I'm hoping it is now. Is this something you would be interested in? So when you send out that initial invite, you want to end it in a question. You don't just want to send them all the information and then expect them to know what to do with it. You need to ask them a question or give them that urgency to have a call of action. And she responded back actually right away that morning, which is enlightening. She said, I actually have been meaning to message you. So it's amazing how people have just been meaning to message me. They tell me that all the time. She said, I'm reaching a point where I want to get healthy. But as you know, it's hard to find the motivation to get to the gym, this actually is something I would be interested in. And I said, well, great. Let me tell you a little bit more about what the challenge group is all about. And over here, this is a blurb, guys. I copy paste this to everybody. Okay. Don't type this out every time. Okay. Save these things as you create them. Save scripts. Save a document. On my computer, I have my notepad, or the sticky pads, the sticky notes, and I just have them on there. And when somebody's interested and they want to know more about the group, I copy paste and I send this information. and it tells them what the group is all about. It's an online support and accountability group. I'm not going to read this all to you, but this explains the group. Okay, so it's really short. I mean, it's not super short, but it's to the point, and it tells them exactly what really hits upon all the components of the group. So it hits upon, choosing a program, working through it, the support, the things we work on, and then how we find them a program that's great for them. And once again, I always ask that question: how does that sound? And she said, great. She asked me a lot of questions. I answer those questions. So she asked me about Shakeology, if that would be included. I say yes, of course. Their fitness and nutrition program all comes coupled with Shakeology. So I'm sending out that information that you're going to get a fitness program, a nutrition guide, and Shakeology with all of that. Then we continue, and it says, so let me ask you, what kind of workouts are you enjoying the most? What kind of program so we can help you find the program that's right for you. So I'm starting now this interview process where I'm going to ask questions and get answers in return, so that I can find the program that's right for her. She said, oh, awesome. And then she gave me a little bit about where she was she says she played volleyball, so she's telling me she's an athlete in the past. And people that were athletes in the past, I automatically start thinking 21 Day Fix Extreme. I really love to share and sell the 21 Day Fix because I think it's the best program for everybody out there because it couples nutrition and fitness so well. But being a former athlete, I think extreme for her, just because if she played varsity volleyball, she can probably handle a little bit more of a complex workout. So anyway, she's telling me that. So I want to get to where she is from. And then after I know what kind of workout she enjoys doing most, I ask her, well, how much time do you have to devote to your exercise a day? So I ask her that because if she says she has a ton of time, I could say, well, hey, you can do it in 30 minutes a day. Or, if she says she's crunched for time, then I can say, well, I can come back to that later and talk about how wonderful the 30-minute workouts are. And then let's see. She said, I think I like mixing my workouts up, so she likes doing different things. Devote or actually do, she says. I probably successfully go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, and I can easily devote an hour a day before work. So I know now she could easily do that 30-minute workout. If she says she has an hour in her day to work out, then I got her good with 30 minutes. And then I asked, so tell me about your nutrition currently, and she actually didn't answer my message. Did I give up on her? Absolutely not. I sent her a follow-up, so she didn't answer me on the 26th. I didn't hear from her for 3 days. And then I sent her another message. I said, hey, Katie, I just wanted to see if you got my message last weekend. I love chatting with you about my challenge group. And what did I say? So I just said I love chatting with you about my challenge group with you. I probably should have made that a question, but she got back to me on that same day, and she said, I'm so sorry, I've been insanely busy with work. We can all relate to that, right? People really do just get busy, and they don't answer your messages. It's nothing against you or that they're not interested anymore. So you have to keep that in mind. She talked about her nutrition then. She told me a lot of information, which is great. She told me about her weaknesses, that she's super busy. So that's what I'm going to encourage her about, meal planning and all that meal prep. She says she always has to have coffee, so, or be munching on something. So that, again, a meal plan would help her out a lot. Shakeology is going to help her a lot with her energy. Okay. And I'm just going to mute her. Okay. So that would just help out. So she gave me, and then she said, and carbs are the devil. I probably have the larger than healthy place in my food pyramid. So I encourage her that carbs are not the devil, that you do need them for your body. It's all about balance, and portion control is just really key. And that is the focus in our group. And then over here, you can see I went right into that and said how the nutrition plan is broken down into portion control. I talked about how I meal plan and prep, and it saves me a ton of time, and it keeps me full all day long. It's just a nice balance of everything. So I'm not going to read you all that for now. But then she's starting to say, this really sounds like it's going to work well for me. And she's really excited. And then she actually asked me what the workouts were like. She said she tried P90X once and loved it, but it was incredibly hard. So it was hard to stick to. And she just was asking, I have a gym at my apartment. Do I normally go to the gym or the videos, or will you recommend different things with me in the group? And I went into this is just in response to her nutrition piece. And then I just asked her, so what if I told you? So this is like my golden ticket. This gets everybody really excited. So if you need to listen to one part of this, this is what to listen to. I said, so what if I told you I had an awesome program in mind that would include a 30-minute workout, an easy to follow portion control nutrition plan that is easy to stick to for the long term, to make this a lifestyle change and to help you get the results you are after? Would you be interested in learning more? So I'm saying, like, what if I told you? Like, it's almost like an infomercial where they like drag you in and they get you excited to learn more. And she said, if you can start to help me getting healthier and fitter on top of the more confident in a bathing suit, I'll listen to anything you got to offer. So she's all into listening. Okay. So this is like a really good conversation going. And I said, I was just encouraging. I said, girl, you have no idea how excited it is to meet me here that you are so ready to do this for yourself. And then I related it back to me. I said, I started my journey with 21 Day Fix. I think it will be perfect for you. People want to know what you've done too in the past. Okay. So I always say that. I always say I started my journey with Beachbody with 21 Day Fix, and I think it'll be perfect for you too. And then so you notice, guys, I have not thrown out 21 Day Fix till right now. And we've been talking for, like, when did we start? June 23rd, and this is June 30th now. So it's been, a week, and that I've been forming with her and talking with her. This takes time, okay? So then I break it down. I don't share everything about 21 Day Fix. I do not share in one message, okay? I break it down and do fitness first. I tell her what the fitness is like. There's a 30-minute workout, which you can do, which changes for each day of the week. You never get bored with it, and then we led into extreme with her. I said there's also extreme version, which I think would be really a great option because it's a little bit more of a challenge, you being a former athlete. And she said, I've heard of that. So she's heard of 21 Day Fix. A lot of people have. There's an infomercial and all that on it. So a lot of people are really aware of 21 Day Fix. And she just shares more. She was really chatty, a lot chattier than some people, but that's awesome. And then she asked me a question. Does it all come together shakes? And I've already told her that, but I just reiterate that to her. Yep, it comes to the package deal, fitness, nutrition, and we do utilize Shakeology as well. Like they say, it takes 21 days to make a breaker habit. I think that was in response to, she said, hopefully 21 days will make a habit to be healthy. And I said, yeah, you know what they say. Okay. And then she says, oh yeah, and that sounds really good. Definitely ready to get back to being healthy. Right now, even bikini ready isn't my goal. I just want to feel and look good and have some healthy habits. So that's awesome. And she also commented, and to swap out one thing sounds fun. A glass of wine on some nights is a must on some nights. So that's after I told her about the nutrition side, that you can swap out your yellow containers for wine on some nights, and she was all for that. And I said, absolutely, it's all about moderation and living just in the great healthy way. And then I did talk about Shakeology and its benefits here. I just say we also utilize a tool called Shakeology due to its high nutritional benefit, probiotic benefits, I have a script for Shakeology too. That's wash, rinse, repeat, guys. I send that every single time. Just talk about Shakeology. And then she asked me a question about it, and of course I answered. She said, so you drink one of those a day? Do you have it as a snack or not a meal replacement, right? And I said, you can use it at any point of day. I personally, I drink mine running out the door for breakfast because I'm always late. So I'm trying to relate to her. We're always late people. But I said, but yes, you can drink it as a snack if you wish. Then so that was on July 4th, and it wasn't until July 6th, I had to follow up with her again. So after I said that, she didn't answer me. So I just said, hey girl, hey, I wanted to check in with you to see if you got to see if you had any more questions for me. And she said, hey, I think you pretty much answered all my questions. She just wanted to know more about the group. And I told her that challenge group starts on Monday, and we have some awesome ladies starting. I would love to have you join the fun. So always going back to how excited I am for her to join in. And she said, yeah, that sounds great. Will I get everything in time? Because this is over the weekend at this point. It's kind of cutting it close to the group. I said, yeah, no worries. We have our preseason where we'll just be meal planning and prepping, giving workout tips. And then we'll get you ready to go for the following Monday. So you will have your package in plenty of time. So I said planning for success is the name of the game next week. So you don't need your package right away. And then I just said, let me get you the breakdown of the price, because she asked me, Karen, how much is 21 Day Fix and everything? So I don't just say it's $140 ever. I say 21 Day Fix is $120 because you get all of the following. And then you have this challenge group price breakdown, which is available for you on my team page in the FIO section. And they are also available in our Beachbody Google Drive resource, all the challenge pack breakdowns of what comes in it. So I tell them everything, the containers, the workouts, the nutrition, the Shakeology water bottle, a month's worth of Shakeology. And I always include in there that retails itself for $130 because they get everything else for 10 more bucks than the cost of Shakeology. Like that excites people. And then of course you talk about that 30-day money back guarantee, that if they don't like it, they can return it, no questions asked, no problems if they don't see the results they want. That's really important to include as well. And then she said, that sounds really good, actually. I'm really excited. Other things haven't worked in the past. I'm looking forward to trying something new. And I just said, yay, I'm so happy to have you join us. You are going to love it. And then I just say, would you be, I would be happy to, grab that link for you to order from my site. Does that sound good? And she said, yes. And then I just sent her the challenge pack link. And there you go, guys. That is, you can see that it's now, at this point when I sent the link, it was July 7th, and we started back on June 23rd. So if you have a good conversation with somebody like this that leads to challenge pack, it's probably because you took the time like this to really interview them and break up all the details. And I got to know her first, right? I know where she's coming from nutritionally. We had some humor in there. I know where she struggles. I know that she thinks that carbs are the devil. I really learned a lot about her in just, in those couple weeks that we were chatting and forming. And when she became my challenger, I already had a really good trust and relationship with her. So this is how you really have to, tackle your invites. It's not going to happen fast, okay? Some of them will. Some people aren't chatty like this, or they'll get right back to you, or, they'll know about a program or reach out to you about something specific, and it might be a little faster. But for someone like this, they had a lot of questions, and I answered them, and, there was a lot of trust and a lot of also just patience here that formed with inviting like this. Okay. So I hope that helped a little bit. And like I said, I can even create like an album maybe of this conversation or something like that for you guys. I would be more than happy to do that and post it up in coach training or in the team page or something. So that is that conversation. And I just wanted to also, when I was looking for, a conversation to share, because I really wanted you to see a really good interview. So I was kind of looking through a few different ones. I wanted to show you this one. And this is with a girl named Kelsey. She was in my recent challenge group, so you might even remember Kelsey. But this was my invite to Kelsey in one of my first months as a coach, way back in August 8th of 2015. And I said this. This is my invite. Do you see how this is not going to work? She actually, well, she did answer me, but most people didn't when I sent this message. I sent her this big, long-winded thing. Hey, I know it's been a while since we talked. I didn't do any reconnect. Like, I hadn't talked to her for probably 2 years. And I didn't even try to, like, just see how she was doing first. I just said, hey, I know it's been a long time since we talked. I hope you're doing awesome. Like, haven't talked to her in 2 years. So I want to reach out to you, see if you're interested. Like, I'm not even going to read all this. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I told her all this information. It's a closed Facebook group. It's one-on-one, like, all this stuff. Like, if I got a message like that, I would be like, too much. Like, too much information. You know, it wasn't short and to the sweet point. It wasn't short and sweet and to the point like this one was. Do you see how this is a lot more approachable and something that you would want to respond to? And it asked a question at the end. It gave them a call to action versus this. I didn't even really ask her here I just said, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. She's not looking forward to responding to me after reading that kind of message. So just keep that in mind. I wanted you to see that comparison from where I come from. So I live and I learn, and I've come a long way, and that's okay. This is how you live and you learn. That's how you learn new things. But short to the sweet and asking questions at the end is definitely more effective than this. Now, she did answer me. She said, I'm definitely interested. My mom and I are actually looking into the 21-day challenge. And I got really super excited. You can see. It said, awesome. I love 21-day fix. That's what I started with. Da, da, da. And then I sent her this big, long thing about everything about 21-day fix and a video for my back office, which isn't wrong. But that needs to come after you talk to her. Like, what interests you about the 21-day fix? You know, why do you and your mom want to start this? You know, I should have started there instead of just word vomiting about 21-day fix on her. Because here's what happened. I sent her that message on August 10th, and on August 15th, I had to follow up with her. I just wanted to touch base with you, and I'm inviting her to something totally different. I wanted to touch base with you. I saw that you're interested in my 3-day refresh group, which I guess I did a 3-day refresh event on Facebook, and I guess she said interested to my event. So I reached out to her about that, and I know we talked about 21-day fix before, and da-da-da-da. And I told her, asked her, let's chat soon. But I've already turned her off, guys. I already threw all this information at her, and I didn't even try to know where she's coming from. So she's confused. And she didn't answer me again. And then I sent her another message on August 31st. And at this point, it's probably being annoying, honestly. How are you? I just wanted to follow up with you about our previous conversation. This follow-up's not a bad one. It's just that I kept doing it over and over and over. Hey, girl, I hope you're doing well. It always went back to challenge groups. Do you see that? Like, I never really tried to reconnect with her about anything except Beachbody. But I got lucky with this one because she did message me then again later in January. She said, hey, Liesl, so I think I'm ready to get started with one of your programs. So she ignored all these messages over and over and over again. Okay. And even though I didn't really connect with her and follow up with her in the right way, I did continue to tell her what was going on with my groups. And I continued to be present on her social media. I was always liking her stuff and things like that. She reached out to me and she saw my social media posts too. She knew I was still in the game. She knew I was still coaching and doing Beachbody. And I said, hi, Kelsey. Yeah, I'm so excited you're interested. I know you were interested in 21-day fix in the past. And she said, yeah, that's what I'm still thinking. And then I said, what questions do you have about the program? And she didn't answer me back. So I followed up with her again in February. And I said, hey, I didn't hear back from you last night. Oh, this is actually the same time. She said, hey, I didn't hear back from you tonight. Just checking in again. And she said, I'm not sure about any specific questions, but what are the must-knows? And I said, sure, the challenge group starts on March 7th. In the group, you will work through 21-day fix. She said, okay, great. I like to consider my groups little VIP Facebook groups. And I think I word vomited on her about what the groups were a little bit. And then you see, I jumped ahead. She eventually stopped responding to me again. And I said, hi, Kelsey. I hope you're doing awesome. So I was thinking ahead of summer because, I mean, who isn't, right? I wanted to reach out to you about getting involved in one of my challenge groups that I'm planning to run in a couple weeks. I would love to have you. Would you be interested this go around? So, I made it catchy. I got her interested because summer was coming. But she didn't answer me. And then I followed up with her on that original invite there. I said, hey girl, I was just popping in to see if you got my message the other day about my challenge group coming back. I hope to hear back from you soon. And she actually didn't answer me then. So she answered me on the second follow-up of the follow-up. And she said, hey, I really am interested, but I'm just kind of concerned about the cost. And that's something we hear a lot, guys. So I just countered that objection by saying I understand that it's a major concern of mine as well when I brought my challenge pack. It's definitely an investment, but I'm looking back on it, it's the best money I've ever spent. Honestly, it completely changed my life. And she said, can you give me an idea what the costs are again? And I said, sure, 21-day fix, right? And she didn't answer me back. So I followed up with her again. I just said, I'm really getting excited that June is right around the corner. My group will be starting. I would hate for you to miss out on the opportunity to work with you. I'm hoping to hear back from you. And I hope we can chat more. And she said, okay, what price am I looking at for the monthly for Shakeology? So she's really concerned about price. So I told her the price of Shakeology, what it breaks down to. It runs at $130 and it's broken down to, So I told her, I gave her the discount coach. I told her about being a discount coach at that point to save her money because I knew that money was a problem for her. So I wanted to find a way where I could save her money. So I told her how I could sign her up as a discount coach to save 25% off her future orders and monthly on Shakeology. Didn't hear back from her again. A couple days later, I said, hi, Kelsey, let me know if you had any questions about the info I sent your way. I just found out 21-day fix is going to be on sale in June. So at the point when I was talking to her in May, it was a $160 challenge pack, and it was the end of May now, May 30th. I find out at the last day of the month what the challenge pack promotions are going to be for the next month. So I was able to tell her that extra little tip there. And she didn't answer me again. And I followed up with her. You see, now it's a month later. It's the end of June now. I said, hi, Kelsey. I just want to tell you about my group approaching for July called the Confidence Project. And I already told you about the Confidence Project invite when I talked about my other challenger, Katie. So now I'm inviting to the same group here. I would love to finally have you in one of my groups. Let me know if you're ready this go around. And she said, I am ready, LOL. I know I keep saying that. I'm just getting scared at the sticker shop, but I really think I need to do this. And I encouraged her right away. I said, I totally get it, girl. It's a huge investment, but one for your health and the best money I've ever spent. I am actually going to follow up with you tomorrow. I should hear about the July promotions today, and I want to make sure you get the best deal. Sound good? And she said, perfect. So at this point, I didn't know if 21-day fix was going to be on sale for $140 again. So I was kind of waiting to see what was going to go on in July, and it did stay on promo. So when I found that information out, I sent her a message, said, I have great news. The 21-day fix is going to stay on promotion. And then I sent her this price breakdown again. And I told her what the price was for everything. And I just said again, I would love to have you in this group. Let me know if you have any questions at all. She didn't answer me again. So I sent her another message. I said, hey, let's get you all squared away. You're meant to be a part of this group starting on Monday. I just can't wait to have you join us. What questions do you have for me? She said, I don't know. Oh, she said, IDK. Can you think of anything else for me to know? And I said, I don't think so, girlie. I think I gave you all the information you need. I would really love to have you join us. And then she asked, do you order online, or do I just order online or order? And order, ? And I said, yep. I will send you a link your way so that I am your coach. And I said, let me grab that for you. I sent her the link. I said, let me know if you have any questions. And hallelujah chorus. She finally, guys, after a year almost of following up with her over and over and over again, that she is now my challenger. So I wouldn't encourage you to follow up quite in the way I did in the beginning. I'd encourage you when you follow up to make it a little more personal. But I just wanted to show you the example of Kelsey to show you that, don't get discouraged if people aren't ready. It's not you, it's them. They're not ready to start their journey. They're not. Kelsey wasn't ready for all those months. She just wasn't. But, she said those words, I'm finally ready to do this. Okay. And she was sincere and true that time. So, always believe that you're here to help everybody, but you have to wait till it's their time. Okay. You want to work with the willing, and you want to work with people that are ready and ready to start their journey with you. So, that was a lot of talking and sharing. Does anyone have any questions? Do you guys have any questions for me or comments? Is that helpful?
Yeah, I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
That was very helpful for me. If you're connecting to someone who you really have not talked to, or you don't know, they're just friends with on Facebook, how do you go about that initial invite? Just because I've yet to do that, so I'm just
So when you get to that point, what I do is I kind of check out, okay, how do I know this person? How did they pop up on my Facebook? How did I add them as a friend? And if I see they went to the same college as me, I might just say, hey girl, it's so great to connect with you on Facebook. I see you go to Westminster College too. I graduated in 2009. And I might just say something like, how do you like it? Or you could say, hey, I see that you're a Pine Ridge Sling girl. What year did you graduate? Things like that. So you have to do a little bit of quick creeping investigation on their Facebook page. I just do a quick creep. I don't spend a ton of time looking into their whole life story on their Facebook wall, but I look at their info and I see if I see Westminster College, bam, I know what to say. They have had some sort of connection at Westminster, and it usually says the class year. So I know if they're still there, they've already graduated. Same with high school people. And those are really the people that I do connect with. They always have some sort of mutual friend or connection. I've reached out a lot to my sister's college friends too. So I might just say, they come up on a mutual friend, people you may know, they come up because we have a lot of mutual friends between her and I. And I just say, hey, I see you go to Allegheny College. My sister Brianna goes there. Do you know her? I just really hey, it's so great to connect with you on Facebook and ask them something like that. Cool. And the happy birthday messages. So especially people that I haven't talked to in a long time, what I do is on their birthday, I write on their wall. Yeah. And then everybody does. And then the day after, I send them a personal message and I just say, hey, I hope you had a wonderful birthday. What did you do fun to celebrate? I ask them that question so they answer me, not just hey, I hope you had a wonderful birthday. Okay, they're not, the chances of them responding to that are pretty slim. But if you ask them what they did, everybody really genuinely likes to talk about what they did on their birthday. I mean, everybody loves their birthday. So they like to talk about that. And it's just a great way to connect with somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time. You can say, I hope you're doing so well. How was your birthday yesterday? What did you do to celebrate it? And then after I send them that birthday message, like I mentioned before, whether they respond or not, and no matter how our conversation went, I always invite them a week later. I just say, hey, it was great talking to you the other day. And I send out my invite. So does that help?
Awesome.
That's
really
and
helpful.
I saw tonight in coach training that. I saw tonight in coach training that Lindsay had posted a script. It's called Scripts for Conversations. And that's where I pull a ton of that information, guys. That's where I created the stuff that I copy pasted. I took that and made it my own. So make sure you check out that post she posted tonight. It's just a Google Doc. It has some really good talking points in there. Okay.
One more. When it comes to boys, because this is definitely something that women connect to a lot more. I don't know if you've had experience connecting to boys or just advice in that direction in case something pops up.
I've reached out to guys before. I've had a couple of them become challengers. They don't usually do very well. They just don't get into the group spirit I mean, I have a hard time. It's not that they don't do well. I just have a hard time coaching them because I coach based on what I feel and what I've experienced. And it's really hard for me to relate that to a guy, to be completely honest. But that doesn't mean that you can't reach out to guys or help them on another level. Honestly, now with the Challenge Tracker app, I think maybe guys would be a little more comfortable in our challenge groups. They're not as like, you know, they're a little bit more like straight to the point than they used to be in the Facebook groups. And guys just really like a Facebook group to a guy, I feel like it's just like a foreign land, you know, like they're not really part of them. Exactly. But maybe now that we have the app, they would be more successful in our group. Yeah,
those are all my questions.
So speaking of the app, guys, I'm planning to run my challenge group on Monday, and I'm planning to run it with all you guys, just you 3 new coaches I have in training. So, you know, keep up with your posts and your invites these next few days, and hopefully you guys will have some people to join to the group with me. I'm going to be doing it in the Challenge Tracker app, which I know that you both are familiar with. I don't think Rachel is. I think she's only been in my Facebook groups, but we'll get her all squared away. What I do is create the group. It's super simple, and I'll just make you guys coach and admins, and then you'll be able to add your challengers in there. Okay? Does that sound good?
Yeah. Oh, one more question.
Yeah.
When it comes to the coaching for the Tracker app,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we have a set schedule to like which coach has the pen post for the day, because I think I like kind of missed that for the one.
So I will post that like over the weekend. I'll post like the link with the curriculum that you would post from, and we'll make a posting schedule. Like I'll cover the first week since I'm making the group, and then you guys can cover the rest, week 1, week 2, week 3, and I'll share the curriculum with you guys too. Okay. So yeah, there'll be a doc. We'll do a doc, and I'll post it somewhere. I'll probably just post it in our little group feed that we had going, because if it's just the 4 of us doing it, then that's all we'll need. If it goes to like a team thing, I might put it in my team page, but I don't know if anybody else will need a group or not. But I'm devoted just to running a few ladies. So hopefully things go well for the rest of the week, and you can get some challenges in there. Okay. Yeah. All right. Any other questions?
No,
we're good?
I think so.
All right. I hope that was helpful. I was recording, so as soon as it uploads, I'll get it onto YouTube and post the recording for you guys. I'll just message it to you since it was a little private powwow. And I will go ahead, and also I'll try to get those like conversations organized somehow and send them to you too. Somehow. All right. All righty, ladies. Keep up the great work. Have a good night.
Bye.